So if you remember, right before NWO launched, how was Hulk Hogan? He was like the All-American top wrestler. He had like the bright colors. He was all about the American dream. And then all of a sudden flipped. Then he became the NWO Hollywood Hogan, like smoke and mirrors and like all that. It was chaos. As soon as NWO came, they took over and it was chaos. And it was like just them. It was NWO versus the world.
What's good, BlockNation? I'm Queen.
I'm D.
And I'm Maverick. Welcome to BlockNation. Yes, yes. Make sure you guys text BlockNation to 26786. That's our text opt-in. Stay up to date. Also, we got merch. It is now live. Go to shopblocknation.com. Got hoodies, flip-flops, t-shirts, everything for your BlockNation needs. Again, that's shopblocknation.com. So let's get into it. What are we talking about today?
Finally.
BRICS.
Yep, today, August 22nd through the 24th. So this is a huge week for BRICS. So it's a couple topics that we're going to hit on today that they are supposed to, speak on this week. So this is what you should be expecting, which is they're going to discuss clarity on expansion and economic cooperation, discussion of a potential common currency, more news about trade conducted in local currencies, and developments at the new development bank and how they envision a new world order. So we're gonna, touch on these topics just to, kind of discuss it, what they're gonna be doing this week. But yeah, how you guys feel about BRICS? How what y'all think gonna happen this week?
Well, first of all, did my man's Putin pull up? Because we heard that he did pull up, he didn't pull up. So he didn't pull up.
I don't think he pulled up. I think he's virtually going to be there. But he sent one of his men. I'm not about to try and say that man's name, but I think he sent his right-hand guy, his main guy. He sent them out there. Putin don't want no drama. He don't want no drama.
Yeah. I feel like as far as the whole BRICS thing, it's like, okay, of course they're gonna talk about a whole lot of things and let the public know like certain things they probably talked about, but the real shit they're gonna keep behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? And it may be like a slow burn. Now, I'm not expecting it to be like, yo, today is the meeting and the whole world is going to change today, I'm expecting it to be something where it's just like, a transitional type of thing. And,
we're kind of just getting some direction right now.
Yeah,
that's all.
You got to think about it. All these cats is coming together for the first time in probably a long time. So jokers ain't seen each other. So they trying to get the vibe right. Is this the real person? No, I ain't gonna go there.
So
yeah. Just to hit y'all with a little bit of facts about this week. So it's 40 countries that have expressed interest in joining BRICS, and that means that represents over 40% of the global population. Just to give y'all some numbers. And I'll just name a few of the countries involved, which is Saudi Arabia, to me, which is the main one. Iran, Turkey, Argentina, Egypt, Indonesia, just to name a few.
Morocco.
So that's just to give y'all, Morocco. Mm-hmm. Yep. So
Bangladesh, we got jokers from all over.
Yeah.
Everybody trying to get in for sure.
Yeah. Another thing that actually told me yesterday something very interesting. She came up with
it's just a theory. Just a
theory. So Ash called me yesterday and was like, yo, I was talking with my peoples, and what if there is a double agent in BRICS? And I was like, what you mean? She was like, well, India, they're like heavily tied in with the US. They do a lot of IT for us. They do a lot of stuff. They don't want a BRICS a currency. I'm like, okay. So because why wouldn't?
And don't forget who your VP is. It's a reason why we did that.
Is who? Kamala Harris.
East Indian chick.
Oh. So I was like, so she just opened up a whole can of worms on that one. So that's a great theory, because what if they're like doing some double agent espionage type shit to where they're just getting intel and then all of a sudden they just flip and they just dismantle it from the inside out.
It's possible.
I mean,
You seen the
For
Bourne
sure,
movies?
yeah. I mean that we really were talking about this because we're like, why is the US so quiet? Anytime your enemy is being quiet, that mean they plotting on you. Like if you're doing all this, you making all this noise, you getting ready, you talking about gold back currencies, you got people using their local currencies for trade now, and you're gonna come up with your own, current like, okay, you doing all this, you doing a lot of talk, you know what I'm saying? We're not talking, like you doing a lot of stuff and your enemy is just sitting here. And so
Yeah.
that just got, you know what I'm saying? That's how the conversation started. So that's why we were just kind of, just a couple things that we kind of like, paying attention to.
And what
Because
about China too? Like, if you think about it, like they're starting to fund public schools now here in the US. Like,
mm-hmm.
which is weird. I always thought that was weird. I'm like, hold up. So they're funding public schools?
Bro, they been
Like,
That's
here,
why
yo.
it don't make sense. So you're over here with Putin who hates us. You know what I'm saying? He hates America. He don't like anything we got going on here. Yet you're still doing business. You own a lot of land in America. You building schools. You funding school districts over here. So you still doing business with us with the G7, but then you over here with Putin who making all this noise. It's
yeah.
it's just a couple questions. We just got a couple questions.
The real
You know what
Yeah.
I'm
question
saying?
is, who's the screenwriters? Who's writing the movie? Because you know what I mean? Like, because I'm saying y'all just said that, and it's just like, all right, if they still doing business, if everybody just still breaking bread with each other, then what's the big idea? Okay, this is all just has a plot just to fucking just let us watch it and get your popcorn ready. That's it.
Get
Like,
your popcorn, get your licorice,
yeah,
get your sour patches,
who's the
all that
screenwriters?
shit. Because what's happening is this is a movie, and it's been, I don't know if it's conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. It's actually been proven that the CIA actually works with government entities and government agencies to write scripts.
Yep.
So, like, the CIA works with the government, and CIA works with the government, and the government works with Hollywood productions. That was what I meant to say. So the CIA has been working closely for years with major Hollywood productions to write scripts. That's how, like, when you watch these movies, you're like, how are they coming up with shit? Like, so if
Mm-hmm.
you think about it, it's like, yeah, like this is a movie.
So I know one thing that they're supposed to be discussing this week. I just want to go ahead and get to it now. How they envision a new world order. So what you guys think that they're gonna, talk about when it comes down to a new world order? We've heard them touch on it. We've heard Charles Schwab say, own nothing and be happy. We know that, we know what they're trying to do with the real estate and the food, and you know what I'm saying. But you guys think they're gonna discuss the UBI and
They have to, only
Yeah.
because that's just the way we're going. We're going all digital. So when we talk about like ESG, social credit scores, China's already doing it. You know what I mean? China's been doing it. So
Yep.
now we want that stuff implemented over here. And even on these platforms, these social media platforms, people have been getting in trouble a lot. So that's a form of social credit. So that's part of the the whole agenda, like the control. It's like, okay, we're gonna control what they say on these platforms. We could pretty much have the message ourselves to whatever information we want to spread. So like, hell yeah, it's all an agenda. It's all an
Yeah.
agenda.
And if you guys remember, I'm going back to my conspiracy theory bag.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys remember, you guys are old enough. You remember a little thing called WCW wrestling.
Hey.
Okay? So we're talking the late 90s, early 2000s, WCW wrestling. So there was a little regime called NWO. Okay? So if you remember, comprised of Hulk Hogan and
Sweet. Yeah.
Kevin Nash and all those, right? So if you remember, right before NWO launched, how was Hulk Hogan? He was like the All-American top wrestler. He had like the bright colors. He was all about the American dream. And then all of a sudden flipped. Then he became the NWO Hollywood Hogan, like smoke and mirrors and like all that. It was chaos. As soon as NWO came, they took over and it was chaos. And it was like just them. It was NWO versus the world.
Mm-hmm.
So like they literally had a game called that, NWO versus the world.
Yep.
So crazy how they Like
I mean,
depict
it's
that.
predictive programming, yo. Like they're
Right.
gonna tell you, and that's the type of things that they, we think that they're gonna talk about. Like it's like, okay, we got this system in place, this system in place. When are we rolling this out? You know what I mean? Like I think right now it's about deadlines and like, okay, when are we rolling this out? Because we've been talking about this. All you got to do is go to the World Economic Forum website and you'll see all the stuff they've been laying out for years.
For sure. I think another thing that they're going to discuss with this new world order is they don't want you to own your house. We know that. They don't even want people to own vehicles. Like that's why they want everything to be electric and everything ran by technology, because if you don't make that car payment, it can repossess itself and drive itself back to the dealership. Like they don't even want y'all having cars.
Yo,
for real. They don't want you to have a car at all. So, you know what I'm saying? They about to make it real hard.
Yo, I remember seeing videos where jokers was like, they don't even want you to own your own silverware or your own clothes. They want you renting that shit too. You know what I'm saying? They want you.
Yeah, they do. They want you to rent your clothes and sending it back. Like they have something like that.
Yeah.
They got people renting their clothes and stuff. Like it'll be expensive stuff, and then you can send it back. You just gotta send it back within a certain time frame. But yeah, that's a thing, bro. They don't want you to own anything.
It's
and
funny.
He said it. He was serious when he said own nothing. Like emphasis on nothing.
And you're gonna be good.
It's funny that you guys mentioned that too, because I know some people that is actually, they already booked the domain, they're already starting the company, but the company is called rentthatnow.com. And rentthatnow.com is going to be for everything. You can rent hats, you can rent, like you said, a chair, you can rent clothes, rent everything. So it's a genius idea. At first I was like, rent that now. I was like, you just renting everything? He was like, yeah, like everything's you're gonna be able to rent everything because that's where it's going. And then I thought about it, like, oh, you're right. Because think about Airbnb. Do they own any real estate? Does Uber own any cars? That's where it's going. It's all about third-party service. It's all about not owning anything. Like in the future, we may not even have real estate investors. You just might have like rental arbitrage type stuff. Like who knows where it's going, but they don't want you to own anything because ownership is power.
That's so true. That's so true.
And they're trying to make the people as powerless as possible. But at the same time, how they're gonna get people to fall for this is, they're gonna make it seem like it's so convenient because they know people love convenience. So they're taking advantage of that, knowing that people enjoy convenience. So, I can conveniently wear these Gucci shoes, for 90 days. I got 90 days to send them back. I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to take a couple pictures and put them on Instagram anyway. Like they know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be sad. Yeah, that New World Order. I am looking forward to reading about that or watching, a discussion that they have on that. That's a serious topic. But the other thing I want to talk about is, of course, discussion of a potential common currency. So I know that's why everybody really clicking on this video, because people are worried about the U.S. dollar because we see what's going on. So how you guys feel about them talking about the gold-backed currency that they want to put out?
Well, let me ask y'all, like, how do y'all feel about that rumored 55-1? You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that's true?
Yeah, so that I don't think that's true. I mean, I need to see some confirmation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate when stuff like that circulate and it's no facts behind it. It's just, to me, it's just BS because it's not. Who said that?
Yeah, what is that based off of?
What did y'all get that from? Like, what is it based off? What is it based off?
Shout out to whoever started it, because whoever started it probably got mad clout off of it, right? So
for sure. But
it could be. I mean, it could be a possibility, but like without any credible evidence, like it's just speculation. We're just talking. But I mean, what would be the basis of that? If we're talking about $55 for one brick, that's crazy. I mean, that is pricing us out, which is a good strategy. But what would be the reason? Like that's the thing. America, we still have a lot of commerce. So like there's still countries who depend on us. Let's not get it.
Facts.
I know we depend on America a lot, and we all from here. We're all American, and we point out what's wrong. But we do have the craziest GDP. We have the craziest tech companies. A lot of bread is made here. A lot. That's why everybody comes here.
Which is why it doesn't make sense, because they're like, a loaf of bread is gonna cost you $25, and a pack of meat will be $300. I'm like, listen, that can't happen because it's too much money. Like you said, we make too much money here for shit to get destroyed, because if that happens, all people gonna do is start stealing. People gonna start robbing, stealing, and doing whatever they gotta do to eat. Nobody's let's be completely honest. If I go in the store and I see some meat, it's $300, I'm not paying for it. I'm gonna go pick the meat up and I'm walking the fuck out of the door. I'm not paying for that.
Have you seen those videos where they're doing that? There's videos now.
Yeah.
They're not even masking up or nothing. They're just walking into a store, they're grabbing stuff regular, and they're walking out.
I mean,
because that don't even make sense. Like, okay, I have no money. Okay, let's say all I do have is $300 to my name. Just one pack of meat is going to cost me $300, and I still have to eat. Like, no, you got to think, when people are hungry, they get hangry. It ain't even about people losing their cars and all that other stuff. When it's a whole nother thing if people cannot eat. You can take cars, you can turn lights off, you can do all that.
well,
but when people can't eat, they turn it. Everybody is a completely different person when they're hungry.
Wouldn't that be bullish for the agenda, though? Wouldn't that be bullish for the whole rollout of UBI and, you know, okay, now
all I see is a bunch of stores and a bunch of shit getting destroyed. I see a bunch of people getting killed. I see a bunch of people getting robbed.
Yeah.
I see it's just it won't be safe for that way. That shit, like, listen, but the effects of that, people gonna be setting shit on fire. People are gonna be upset. You gotta think. Yeah, it kind of do go with their agenda, but then it kind of don't, because what are they gonna get out of it other than, okay,
control?
We're gonna get control, but okay, my buildings are getting destroyed. You know what I'm saying? These communities are being.
That's a new way to just an excuse to just rebuild. Now we have to rebuild, destroy and rebuild, like time and time again. And let's not get it twisted. You know, all these countries, they still, like y'all said, they still dealing with the dollar as of right now. So like,
but you got.
It's a slow burn, yo. It's not going to be.
But you got to think, bro. We have a lot of immigrants here. You got to think, if America allows that to happen, China's going to have a problem. How many Asians do we have here? People from China. India. We have a lot of people from India here. We have Ethiopians, Africans. That means their people will serve. They're here so that they can make money and send money back home. So now we're affecting other countries by doing that. I don't see us doing that, because now we finna build something. We don't want no damn beef with Africa right now, because we see what they got going on with Russia. We don't need to beef with them. So that's why I say I don't think it could happen, because it's not just about Americans. We've allowed immigrants to come over here for various reasons. It's a reason why we're allowing them to infiltrate the country. Like, so
hyperinflation is out of the question for you?
I don't see no damn meat being $300, and the whole reason these people
$300. That's crazy.
I mean, even if it's 50, even if it's gonna cost me $50 for a bag of chicken, that's still outrageous. Like,
yeah, it is.
That's outrageous.
But I'm saying, cats was paying. What was the high that gas got in Cali? Like, ever?
I won't dare then.
Whatever.
It was like $8, $9.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's insane. But people in California, the average house is $1 million, bro. What the fuck is that to them? You can't do that in North Carolina. You can't have no $8 gas. We don't make that money.
Yeah.
We don't make what they make in Cali.
That's still wild. I know cats was.
It is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy.
It was hurting. They were still hurting.
Yeah. I know niggas was hurting.
Gas right now. Gas right now is like $5, like $5.50.
Yeah, and I think that's
still crazy. You know what I mean?
That's still crazy. Like, inflation is eating our ass up right now, because even cats make bread, but they said there's a study that just came out. Even if you're making over six figures, like 150, 200,
all live check to check. They all live in check to check.
Bro.
I see. I have plenty of people in my life that make six figures that are all of them are living check to check.
Yo,
all of them.
So that's what I'm saying.
I can't name too many people in my life right now, other than the ones that I know that are professional athletes that are not living check to check. And I'm talking successful people that y'all would deem successful in corporate America that are living check to check.
Facts. And that's the thing. Like, when we're talking about inflation and hyperinflation, really, that's what we're living in now. Like, the shit. Like, if you look back maybe past 5 years ago and look at the prices then and look at the prices now, we're living in hyperinflation right now. Like,
yeah, we are. Like, I was just telling my mom that, because I was like, listen, when you bought your house in the early 2000s, it was $180,000, and back then that was a lot of money. I said, Mom, you were making whatever she was making, I can't remember. But I'm like, we gotta pay $350 and up for a decent for that same size house. Like we had a single family home. I think it was 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 180. That same house is going for like almost 300 grand now.
Damn.
Like, so the hyper, and that was just from 2021 to now. So that was just within 2 years. So yeah, we definitely are already living in hyper. That's what I'm saying. I don't see how it could get any worse than this when they're already saying people are slapping bills on credit cards.
It can.
It can get worse, but when certain people are not happy,
I mean, you got to think about
you
got to think about other countries like Venezuela and Zimbabwe that went through crazy ass hyperinflation. They got $100,000 million, $1 trillion bills. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say? I'm just playing devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell is about to happen.
Yeah.
Who's to say that shit can't happen here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, yeah. And that's just me being an American, being cocky, acting like that. Some shit that's what happened can't happen here. That's my Americanized mindset. But like Maverick said, a lot of business takes place here. A lot, like we may not be like China where we're making goods and you know what I'm saying. Like we got to import a lot of stuff, but don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted for 1 second. It is stuff going on here. Like we do have all the tech companies.
It'll take a lot longer. It'll take a lot longer if we got to that point where like Venezuela is and they throwing their money on the street because it ain't worth shit.
Right.
It'll take a lot longer because there's a lot more bread being made here, and we have a lot. Like think about it, California alone. If California was a country, we'd be like I think the 6th or the 5th largest GDP in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's facts.
Like
it's a lot of money here.
It would take.
Like, it would have to be some catastrophic, crazy, one lifetime type.
What was that shit called? The Project Sandman, where it was just like, yo, the dollar would drop overnight or something that they was conjuring up. That's what it was called. I think it was called Project Sandman, where it's just like, oh yeah, the dollar would be done overnight if that got executed, right?
Imagine the dollar went to zero tomorrow.
That'd be wild.
The world is over.
Yeah, it'd be Armageddon, right? For real.
Yeah. So now, so now we affecting everybody. That's why I said, but because our hands is in so much stuff, and so much stuff is ran off of America. Right. We can't have no situation like that happen because then if we suffer, everybody suffers, literally. Like,
no. And that's the thing. Like the dollar is going down. It's losing its value every day, every month, every year, and it's a slower burn. And I know we talk about that a lot. So that's why we prepare you guys today for tomorrow. But, you know, it'll take a lot longer. Don't think you have a lot of time because, you know, of course, shit can flip. But when we're talking
you should always be thinking 5 years ahead.
Exactly.
Oh, I give y'all some game that my goddad gave me a couple years, probably about 5 years ago now. He told me, he said, listen, your life is going to change every 5 years. Where you are now, you won't be in the same spot in 5 years. Whether you're going backwards or forward, every 5 years is like, you know, something is different. So you guys need to be thinking 5 years ahead. Like, where am I trying to be in 5 years? You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're getting up here telling y'all, like, listen, you better, you know, get into some precious metals, start looking into crypto, blockchain, understand the transformation that's occurring because it's happening whether you like it or not. You can't avoid the problem away. You can't ignore it.
5 years from now, I'm retired.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Out of here.
Absolutely.
I'm tired. I'll have by that time I would have made so much money in 5 years. I'm done. I'm out the game.
Yeah.
The next next couple of years, it's like run it up. So 5 years, it's like, all right, we can.
Yes. Yeah, we can. So one more thing before, you know, we end this video. They're gonna talk about trade conducted in local currencies. Because I know that BRICS want to do their common currency, but now that they're doing trade in their local currencies, how do you guys think that's going to affect what we have going on? Is it kind of like one of them things where we're like, you know, that's going to make the dollar decline faster, or what you guys think?
Well, I guess it depends on the people, right? The people's confidence in the currency. Because if they come and say like, okay, it's gold backed or it's backed by this, and the people, you know, have confidence that like, yo, this currency is going to be stronger than, you know, the American or whatever currencies out here, it's kind of like, all right, yeah, it's all up to the people though, right? I think we don't assume our own power as people,
Yeah.
you know, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's up to us. It's literally up to us and everybody else in these other territories. It's literally up to them, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like, it's all about belief, because we all know, let's be honest, you guys, money isn't real. Okay. So we're talking about paper money. It's the idea. It's an IOU. It's what you think it's worth. You know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and basically I said, think about this. If there was $1 left in the world, just $1, how valuable do you think that dollar is to everybody in the world? Everybody will be fighting and killing, trying to get that $1. That $1 is worth $1 quadrillion now. So think about that. If you burn all the money in the world and there's only $1 left in the whole entire world, yo, there's gonna be wars fought over that dollar. There's gonna be all kind of shit.
Craziness.
Because it's the idea of that $1 is worth more than everything in the world because it's currency.
Yep.
Right. So that's
For
what I'm saying.
sure.
The ideal of it. So that's why when we're talking about gold and silver, God's currency, God's money that comes from the earth, it's a different ballgame. So it's based off of the belief, and it's based off of if it's backed by something, and if they're using their own currencies and whatnot, then you know they have to have confidence in it. So
For sure.
that's why the
For
US
sure.
dollar is still pretty strong, because a lot of people believe in it.
100%. So yeah, guys, this is gonna be a pivotal week, you know, just for the future in general. You may not see these changes take place now or in the next couple of months, but you will start seeing it. I would say 2024, 2025, you'll start seeing like what they're
2020.
discussing.
Yeah.
You'll start seeing a lot of stuff coming to fruition. So, you know, definitely keep an eye on what BRICS is doing and discussing. And, you know, I just wouldn't have a blind eye to it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, we're gonna wrap this episode up today. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all go to shopblocknation.com for the merch. Make sure y'all get in the Telegram. It's Real Block Nation, no spaces. Real Block Nation, no spaces. I'm gonna let Maverick tell y'all the text opt-in number, and we out of here.
Yes, sir. So make sure you text BlockNation to 26786. Text the word BlockNation to 26786. That gets you into our text opt-in. So anytime we go live, drop a new video, merch, anything we have going on, you get a text first. So we'll catch y'all next time, and keep your eye on BRICS. BRICS.
For sure. All right, we'll see y'all.